Are you searching for a proven method to overcome your real life problems?
You know, a lot of people do, and we're going to show you something today here on My Sober Truth. Well, it's June 14th, and it's time for another double shot from My Sober Truth. When the going gets rough.
Yeah.
You know, I love this reading. It's something you and I talk about, I think, every day that we're together. And it's this whole concept that the 12 steps, recovery, all these things we're learning, all these things we're living, they really are a template for how to live the rest of our life.
Absolutely.
Dealing with problems that aren't just addiction-related problems.
That's right.
I mean, we've said this before, as long as we've known each other, that this is the gateway to success in all areas of life.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, as there's so many ways we could go with this, but what I'd love for you to do, Sean, is share with the folks that are watching give me an example of how you've used these principles you've learned in the 12 steps to deal with problems in your life that weren't addiction related.
It is amazing to me. I haven't found a problem yet that the 12 steps won't help me with. Let me rephrase that. You know, I don't need to rephrase that. I haven't found a problem yet that the 12 steps won't help me out with. And I was going to put some addendums on. There's no addendums needed. The only thing, the biggest thing I was going to put on there is, you know, the camaraderie of being in a program with other people.
Right.
Definitely helps out. And, you know, you get to where you know this large group of people who you can see trying their best to be good folks. Mm-hmm. And it gives you this, it's like a library. It's like a catalog of places you can go and look for information.
Right. And
you talk to people and ask them, hey, has anybody ever had this problem before? Because I could use a little help with it. And for me, when recovery is going well, people don't tell me a lot of things to do, and they don't tell me how to fix it. They share their experience with me. And I might get 10 people to share their experience with me on how they handled problems that were very similar to the one that I'm looking at right now. Right. And that is one of the biggest deals, is because if someone that I have heard their story and I know that, man, they've fought and overcome a lot of the same issues that I have, how did they handle this?
Right.
What would they do? And while the answer for how I handle it might not be exactly the same, boy, can it give me some insight into how I want to go after it. The other part that the 12 steps really has helped me with is whatever the problem is, I need to figure out what my part of that problem is. And I need to figure out what I can do to help solve the problem. And it's about living in the moment and just being clear with what's going on. What can I do to fix it? Do that.
Right.
And don't worry about the rest. Pray and put the rest in God's hands. So it's this endless cycle of me saying, okay, here, I've identified this problem. Let me identify it. Once I identify it, okay, now what can I do to fix this? What can I do to make this better in Sean world?
Right.
That's not going to hurt anyone else.
Right.
Because so many times I solve problems by hurting others.
Right.
And I don't want to do that anymore. So what can I do to help fix this problem that's good for me? At the very least, not bad for anyone else. Hopefully I don't have to hurt anyone. But I need to figure this out. And then once I figure out what I'm going to do to solve the problem, just go after that. Right. Do those things and leave the rest up to my higher power. I've had enough success at that at this point in my life that leaving the rest up to God has become a lot easier for me.
Right.
At first, it was so difficult to do that. I just didn't trust that my higher power was looking out for me in that kind of a way. And what I found is, I've had so many instances in life where, say I wanted something really bad and I didn't get it. But what I got was way better because God's looking out for me and God knows what's best for me even when I don't.
Right.
And then the flip side of that is, how many times have I wanted something so bad and God gave it to me, not because it was great, but I needed that lesson.
Right.
And I had to learn a lesson the hard way about something. And luckily, my higher power is looking out for that for me all the time. What I've found that my higher power wants to see that I'm taking action.
Right.
My higher power wants to know that I am facing my problems, I'm taking action, and that I rely on him to just take care of the rest. And it's a beautiful way to live, really.
I love it. It's an incredible set of tools we've been given to live life by.
Right.
You know, it gets us clean. It keeps us clean. I love what you were mentioning, these highlights. I'm just going to hit them again. You know, your connection with your higher power, your connection with people in the fellowship, your connection with your family is all improved.
Right.
But all these tools keep circling back around. We keep repeating the same steps,
Right.
but with different issues.
Right.
It's such a powerful thing. And so as we wrap up today, I want to pose this question to our followers today.
Absolutely.
And so tell me this, guys, besides your recovery, which has been great, how are you using the steps to improve your everyday life? I would love to hear from you what you have to think on this subject. Put your answers down in the comments section below. We can't wait to read what you have to say today. And on that note, for My Sober Truth, I'm Mark.
Hey, and I'm Sean, and here's hoping that today you stay drunk with success.
Bye.
Love y'all. Hi, folks. Thanks for watching. If you're ready for another round of My Sober Truth, then belly on up to mysobertruth.com and click on the double shot button today. There you'll find the daily inspiration, encouragement, and support that'll help you stay clean, on track, and growing in every area of your life. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, and if you got a minute, stick around, watch another video. Love y'all.